One of Hinduism's most profound and differentiating attributes is the recognition and worship of God as feminine. The feminine Shakti plays a complementary role in the divine creative energies of the universe. There are various rituals and festivals that are exclusive for worshipping the feminine goddess. The Indian festival of Navratri is dedicated to the feminine nature of the divine. Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, and Mahasaraswati are seen as three primary manifestations of feminine energy. The three manifestations offer to satisfy different appetites of the worshipper. Goddess Durga or Kali for strength and power, Goddess Lakshmi for wealth and material prosperity, and Goddess Saraswati for knowledge and dissolution of ignorance. The 9 forms of primordial energy of the universe, Adi Shakti, worshipped in Navratri, provide insight to all the mortal beings about the different potent personality facets that we need to assume. The first form of Shailaputri, daughter of the mountain king Himavat, Sati in her previous life, teaches us to bounce back. She inspires us to be as high and as strong as a mountain. Our past doesn't define our present. The second form of Brahmacharini shows us that non-indulgence or self-abstinence is the way to gain power or strength. To be like a mountain, we need to overpower our desires. Even those aspiring for moksha or emancipation needs to practice austerity. Devi Chandraghanta, the third form, tells us to overpower our desires by stabilizing our mind. Our emotional mind acts like waxing and waning moon. We need to stabilize the emotional bell and fix our minds like Devi Chandraghanta has fixed the moon on her head. Moon is symbolic of peace. The fourth manifestation, Kushmanda, meaning the cosmic egg or creator of the universe, enlightens us about the creative power inside us. To realize that potential, we need to be powerful like Shailaputri, have self-control of Brahmacharini, and peaceful mind like Chandraghanta. The fifth manifestation, Skandamata, is a celebration of the nourishing aspect of a mother and child. Since we are born in this world with the dualism of spiritual and material life, so both yogic and bhautic experiences are significant for complete life experiences. We must nourish and enjoy the various relationships, mother and child's relationship being the most unique. Katyayani, the sixth manifestation, reminds us of the blessings which come after deep penance. Katyayani was born to sage Katyayan, who underwent deep penance to seek for Mata's blessing. Mata blesses him by being born as his daughter. Every diligent, selfless act will result in blessings. The seventh manifestation, Kalratri, the dark and fearless, represents herself like the death of Kal, which appears like a dark night. This reminds us to be ready for any difficult times that might crop up between good times. The nourishing mother should take the terrifying form to save her child and stand for dharma. Kalratri also signifies Vairagya, reminding us to practice detachment as nothing is permanent in this world. The eighth form of Mahagauri teaches us to practice peace and compassion. The selfless act of compassion is the most revered virtue. The virtue of compassion will illuminate our lives the way Mahagauri shines like a white pearl. The ninth form is the form of fulfillment. Goddess Siddhidatri possesses supernatural healing powers. She has 8 different siddhi which she grants to the devout worshipper. It signifies that there is much more knowledge and skill that we can master. We must not limit ourselves. Siddhi means fulfillment, and she has a blissful and happy pose. The celebration of Navratri is a reminder to the human beings that we must internalize these divine qualities.